Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome. All the trigger warnings, all the everythings. I always set my intention for the next 7 to 10 days from whenever you see the video, and also I set my intention to bring clarity and truth. So please know that sometimes the messages are going to be hard to hear, and then other days are going to be great to hear, right? Just depends. But it's always meant to bring whatever clarity and truth you need at this time to gain you that direction that you're seeking, whatever it is that you're seeking. Because next 7 to 10 days, fire signs. This video is for fire signs specifically. You are at a point where you're realizing that you can either choose in life to learn from pleasure, or you can choose to learn from pain. And how do you do that, right? Well, it's about acknowledging the signs when you see them, when you first see them. Thank you. When you first see them, and not questioning what it is that you're feeling by because yes, then that puts you stuck in your head because you're questioning. Why are you always questioning? You just keep questioning and questioning and questioning. Sometimes things just are, okay? And sometimes you just need to be. You may get some relief at this time if you go for a walk or for a hike. And I'm seeing someone like taking the earbuds out. So this is like really listening. Like maybe you have one earbud in and one earbud out or whatever, but you can hear like your environment fully. And it's like fully grounded into that present moment. So that could be helpful for you at this time. To help bring you to help you weigh things out, right? And make that choice of which direction it is that you really want to go in. And not only which direction, but also why. Why is that the direction you want to go in? And how does that direction make you feel, right? It's like it's a fully processed, it's a fully processed decision, because you've allowed yourself to feel the burden of truth, but also the freedom of truth, right? I'll explain that in a second. I need some water. All right. So what does that mean? The burden of truth. Sometimes the truth hurts, right? Sometimes the truth is that we have to acknowledge that somebody's never going to change. Or sometimes the truth is that we have to acknowledge that they're never going to give me the raise, right? Or sometimes the truth that we have to acknowledge is I haven't really been honest with myself, right? It's whatever that the kind of gives you the feeling, the heaviness, right? But then the freedom of truth is that now that you know that, well, what are you going to do about it? Right? Because when you know better, you can and should do better, right? So if you know that you've been overburdening yourself by taking on too much or by thinking too much, maybe you haven't been playing enough. Maybe you just haven't been sitting and relaxing enough. Maybe you've been, doing too much. And it's caused you a lot of heartache. And heartache in the sense of, this could be just like experiences you've missed out on because you felt that it was of greater importance to sit at home, going back and forth with yourself, strategizing and ruminating over, trying to get to where you want to be, but not being there yet, right? And so you're trying to, it's almost like you're trying to move things along to progress to where you want to be. But that where you want to be is always going to change, right? Where you want to be is always going to change, because as you take the steps, right, you start getting closer to that goal. Are you acknowledging the goals that you've already reached? Are you allowing yourself the rest, the grace, the peace to really evaluate how things have gone? And I'm going to tell you guys the things that I channeled for you. I do feel that you are being very methodical with how you're doing things at this time. So if this is work, you're being very methodical about how you speak to your boss, or some of you, I feel like you've been called to start your own business, that you just know that the only way you're going to see the type of progress that you're looking for is in going on your own path. Maybe it's that creative freedom that you need, right? Or maybe it's just that you don't want to sit there and work yourself 10 hours a day for a company when you could work 10 hours a day for yourself, have different clientele, and really enjoy what you're doing, right? Right. So yeah, and as I'm saying all of this, someone going out of your life, or the end of a situation, right? And that this is just accepting things as they are, and just, yeah, this one flew this way, that's right. I'm getting easy like Sunday morning. Is that what it says in that song? I don't know. I don't even know who sings it, but it's a beautiful song, but I haven't heard it in years. I think it's easy like Sunday morning. I'm going to write that down. That could be significant for somebody here. I do feel like that, yes, fire signs, I do feel that you really do need life to feel easy like Sunday morning. What's Sunday morning? Well, Saturday, people usually use it to do chores around the house, right? They go hang out with people. It's like catching up on everything that you couldn't do Monday to Friday for whatever reason, right? If you're in that matrix life. And then Sunday is that like quiet stillness of not having there's something that it's like a weight, some weight is lifted, right? It's some weight, thank you, it's a momentary pause from everything. You could be arguing with friends and family right now, fire signs. But just know that there is a method to the madness, okay? That was one of the channel messages I got for you guys. And then I also got the Phoenix ablaze. What is the Phoenix ablaze? The Phoenix doesn't go ablaze in flames like that until it's about to go through the rebirth process, right? It knows that it is time for an evolution. In whatever way that it's decided, because the phoenix is master of its own fate. Yes, it dies only to be reborn again. So rebirth energy here, and maybe something you need to hear is that it's okay to walk out of people's lives, or have them walk out of your life, because separation sometimes is good, right? Separation can be good. It allows everyone involved to gain a different perspective. When you're always in someone else's energy, right, you can become so tangled that separation can be good, right? Too much of a good thing is bad, as they say. So that separation is good. That's why in any sort of relationship, right? Familial, romantic, platonic, it's good to have it's not just boundaries, it's having space, like actually having a personality outside of a relationship or a personality outside of your family, right? Like you don't have to be just like everyone in your family. You are an individual that is a part of that family. And that the beauty of family is acknowledging that you guys are all different but still love each other despite all of your differences, right? Or at least that's the way it's supposed to be. Not all of us are blessed with that, and I understand that. But maybe that's a part of your journey, is that, you know? And maybe this is the understanding you're coming to, is that maybe you're just not going to be able to see eye to eye with certain family members or certain friends even. And it's funny because the first song I did get for you guys was Bad Guy by Billie Eilish. Where it's like you just being you and acknowledging what you need to acknowledge within you, because it's just a part of your journey, right? It's just a part of your truth. And it's that's why the burdens and the freedoms of truth, right? But it's like you're in this energy of like you're ready to burn it all down, right? That's why the phoenix ablaze. And that's why, again, the song The Bad Guy, right? Because when you're willing to let it all burn, if that's what it takes, that means you're not attached. You've achieved detachment. And when you achieve detachment, that's where you become magnetized to all of the blessings that are meant to come in for you, right? Because when you attach to something, it creates a type of codependency in some way, shape, or form. Energetically, thank you. Mentally, emotionally, systemically, I'm getting, I don't know, that's weird. I don't know how that would apply, but if it resonates for you, then I'm sure you know. So fire signs, numbers I got for you guys, 11, 12, 22, 2, and 4. Okay. And I feel like almost like multiples of 2 and 4 could be significant as well. Let's see, animals. I got ladybug, dragon, rattlesnake. So you are you are not afraid of being who you are, and you're not afraid of correcting people when they assume incorrectly of you either. Like, if someone misjudges you, you won't hesitate to say, no, I'm not blah, 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 blah at all. You're probably just perceiving it this way because you feel this way about this and this, but the truth of it is that this is how I feel, or this is what I think. And right, you're expressing your, is this expressing emotions or just truth? Something important. Thank you. I feel like you're accepting your baggage, whatever baggage you come with. And I know that sounds harsh for some people, but everybody has it. You literally cannot expect to go into a relationship with anyone, not a friendship, not a co-worker type situation where you're like work buddies or whatever. You can't expect to go into anything without there being some sort of baggage, right? Because life happens. Like, yeah, you're buddy with somebody at work, and then some shit goes down, and you're one to always vocalize, but they're non-combative or pacifist or whatever, right? So they never say anything. They're just gonna sit there and just watch everything unfold and just try to process it as it's going, right? And that, maybe if that triggers you, then just acknowledge that's the way that person is, right? You can't force change onto people, and you don't want people to force change onto you. So do you see where that can create like this, like, well, which way is it going to be here? You know, are we going to find this balance, or are we just going to like go on our own ways, right? Like, thank you. I'm seeing like two people, like, yeah, you might be in the same general area on a map, right? But you're going in different directions. So it's like, yeah, you see each other. Yeah, you know, you're in the same area. You're kind of experiencing the same things. Yeah. But like, you're going in different directions. You see what I'm saying? And you're accepting this, or this is what you need to accept. Maybe you just need to accept some people are going to be going in different directions from you. And that's okay as well, because there's freedom in knowing that. And it might suck to find out, but at least you know. Time to get out of a situation, right? Some of you could be feeling like, some of you could be ending a relationship because you just, I feel like you see it as a mess at this time. You may see this person as inconsistent, but they've also shown you ways that you yourself are inconsistent, right? Because everybody's just mirrors. And I feel that you're looking for something more lighthearted, right? Less dramatic. Thank you. Again, easy like Sunday morning. And I didn't finish writing that. And it's okay in life to want simple. It's okay in life to not partake in things that the masses are, you know, to dance to the beat of a different drum, right? We should all be dancing to the beat of our own drum. And if that happens to make a new beat with other people, then fantastic. And if not, then cool. Just let them keep dancing their beat. You keep dancing yours and just move on. Right. Acknowledge what are your passions and what is just a mirage, right? You can't see a rattlesnake until you're almost right up on it, right? But they will warn you if they feel threatened by you. So, because you hear the rattle, and that's how you know where they are before you've been stung. Unfortunately, some people they get or not stung but bitten. Unfortunately, some people they get bitten before they hear the little rattle, and that's just bad luck, you know, that, or just maybe not situational awareness. I don't know what to tell you about that one. Life happens, right? But some things you're seeing that they're just a mirage, right? Like when a rattlesnake is hunting, their prey they don't really see the rattlesnake. The rattlesnake blends into the environment. And so that little prey, I'm seeing a little field mouse type thing, just kind of comes into the area, you know, aware but yet unknowing. What is the significant? Yeah, you are really, somebody here is breaking up with somebody. And for some of you, that's family. But for someone here, this is a relationship, because I feel like you're tired of the drama. You're tired of waiting to see if they're really going to change and be what they're claiming, but you're seeing it's just illusions that they're not going to. They're very selfish and very stuck in their ways. This could also be the family member who's very selfish and stuck in their ways. They could be very manipulative in the way that they try to make you, it's almost like they try to make you feel like things are your fault, but I feel like you've actually been setting yourself on fire to keep this person warm. You know, like the saying goes, you should never have to set yourself on fire to keep someone else warm or something like that. I don't know. But like you've been doing that, but you're not going to be doing that anymore. Thank you. I feel, yes, thank you. Another thing I got is that you have a voracious appetite, right? For either life, for love, for food, for adventure, for exploration, for whatever your journey is that you're on. If your main goals in life are career focused, or if they're love focused, or if they're like down the middle with a little bit of both sprinkled in with whatever that is, right? Like you really, you are hungry for that. You are hungry for the things that you truly truly crave, and you're gonna start making sure that those around you that have claimed these things are going to be upholding the things that they've claimed to be, and you're going to be cutting people off who aren't. And it, yeah, thank you. And that can, you know, sometimes that's the burden of truth. Thank you. And the freedom of truth is knowing that sometimes the phoenix ablaze, when you're ready to burn it all down, sometimes the acknowledgement of that is that it's you that you've got to like be reborn, right? And acknowledge, you know what, no, I was right. I knew I should have never allowed another connection in my life that was going down this path that I could clearly see. I've tried everything I can to avoid it from going that way and to keep balance, but it's just not working. And it's because you're acknowledging that even if there are lessons that you went into a connection needing to learn, right? Because people are just mirrors. So this could be like people that you've had connection with that you needed to learn this, like similar lessons, but whether or not you learn is a matter of choice, right? I mean, we see people all the time that keep making the same decisions over and over and over again. The same decisions to work too hard instead of starting their own business. The same decisions to choose partners that are going to use them or that are going to be manipulative because it's a nice piece of ass, or because they can financially provide what they want for them, right? Like whatever misguided reasons that then later down the road brings all this conflict and throws everybody off balance. Whatever that is, like it becomes clear, right? And everybody learns what they need to learn, but some people aren't willing to change, right? Some people aren't willing to change because they are determined to believe that they don't have anything that they need to let go of, even though they do. We all do. We all have things that we need to evolve from, right? And you're like at that burn it all down place, right? Where you've got that higher perspective of, you know, things have to be balanced, and I'm going to make sure that I'm not going to overgive here. I'm not going to overgive there. I'm going to make sure that I'm checking in with myself. And when I start getting stressed about things, that's going to be my warning that I know that there's something that I haven't been paying attention to that I really need to look at, so that I can find the direction, the new direction that I need to go into. And that's going to involve me really seeing how I feel about the situations that I have created for myself by the decisions that I've been making leading up to the point where I'm at thus far, right? Because whether by action or non-action, everything we do or don't do, everything we say or don't say is a decision that does steer the energy or hold it stagnant, right? Sometimes the action we're choosing is hold, when really we should be full speed ahead, you know, or we should be changing course, right? You can't hold course if there's rocks ahead. You need to steer your ship away from the rocks, right? You need to go into deeper waters or calmer waters, whatever the situation may be, right? Like if you're in a raft going down a river, you're not going to go towards the rocks, you're going to go around them, and it's not going to be deeper water. It might be a little more shallow, but there's less rocks, so it's smoother there, right? Like it's just this knowing of the course you need to take, because you're learning the lesson. You're learning the lesson because you're ready to. Some of you are going to be returning to someone from your past. And you might not see that right now, but I feel that for some of you, this is the realization you're going to come to 7 to 10 days from now. Okay. Another song that I got for you guys was Ozuna and Karol G. It's a song called Caramelo. It's a remix, and it's just caramel. And so think about what caramel makes you, like, some people hate caramel, right? But when you look at caramel, what can you say about it, right? It's sweet. It is moldable, right? Flexible, because you can bend, unless it's hard caramel. I don't know. Listen, whatever you get from caramel, you follow that down. But if you don't know Spanish, you can look for the lyrics translated of the song if you're called to. But the song is talking about going back to someone, right? Like, I know I really shouldn't. I know that I can't really commit right now, but maybe just trust yourself, right? Even if it is just a romantic night with someone that you feel called to go back to, or maybe it's like, no, this is romantic. This isn't going to be friend. Maybe friends with benefits, but definitely not. This is not a platonic situation. Okay. Not with what I'm picking up on here. For some of you, there's an acknowledgement that you're going to come to in the next 7 to 10 days that there is someone from your past that you do want to reconnect with. You're not quite sure why, right? But you just know that you do. Okay. Yeah, there's something that you feel very drawn to with this person, and you don't see it yet, but whatever it is it's really going to help lift some of that heaviness that you might be experiencing, fire signs. It's going to give you, thank you, it's going to give you that easy, like, Sunday morning feeling, because it's going to bring you clarity on why maybe you were still feeling drawn to this person, or why maybe you were feeling thank you, or why you were resistant to this person. Thank you. You could have had resistance to this person, and maybe it's because you were afraid of getting too attached. For some of you, it's that you were too afraid of getting attached because I'm seeing someone who, like, you caught feelings. You didn't mean to, you didn't intend to, but somehow at some point you did. And that might be something that you hadn't realized. And if that's the case, then maybe you want to tell that to this person, right? And for those of you that do, I feel like it's going to bring you peace and healing. It's okay to feel, it's okay to acknowledge. This is almost like admitting you were wrong. And it's okay, right? We've all been wrong. We can't be right all the time, and we can't be wrong all the time. And I'm seeing a coin flipping in the air, right? It's like that 50-50. You never know how it's going to land. And now I'm seeing the coin that lands, and it's just spinning and spinning and spinning and spinning. And you don't know where it's going to land. You've just got to kind of just wait and see what happens, right? So that's what that reconnection is going to be. It's that wait to see what happens when you reconnect with that energy, okay? Yes. And you'll be surprised at what you can experience when you approach it that way. Okay? Right. Just make sure that you're being realistic with yourself, and that you're being realistic and honest with the situation and with everyone and everything involved, right? Clarify this, please. Right. Yes, I'm seeing, like, the diamonds, right? You apply pressure to create them. Yes. sometimes, God works in mysterious ways, and sometimes this bad relationship could have been exactly what you needed, or this toxic family environment could have been exactly what you needed. It's not could be, it is. I'm not going to say could be. Whatever this that you're walking away from is, and I don't mean like it could be physically, yes, walking away, but it could also be like figuratively, right? Whatever this energy here is that you are moving away from, yes, like ships passing in the night, steering clear from each other, but acknowledging each other's existence, has taught you what you needed to know so that you could then pursue a path closer to what is true to you and what you're truly craving and seeking out of life, right? To fill that appetite of existence. Yeah, some of you are acknowledging toxic habits. Like maybe you're acknowledging that there's a certain way of being that was a part of you before. Maybe you were a flirt. Maybe you were a jerk. Maybe you were materialistic. I don't know. Maybe you were promiscuous. Whatever. Like there's something you're realizing about yourself that you don't want to do anymore, that isn't really a part of who you were. It's just something that you were using to cope with whatever you were going through, right? This is almost like, okay, I'm just going to give the example. This is almost like somebody who starts smoking because it helps them manage their stress in whatever shape or form, right? Or just because they were doing it to fit in. And because they were doing it to fit, yeah, that's to manage stress in some way, shape, or form. It was to manage some sort of stressor in your energy, and for a while, it really helped you like recenter yourself, ground yourself in to like, no. This is what I really, no, this is no. I'm good, right? Like, nope, this is really what I want. This is what I really like. But you're realizing now there are certain things that you don't need, and this could be people. Thank you. This could be people. There are certain things you're realizing you don't need anymore. This is simplifying. It's like it's clearing, you're clearing your energy. Wow. This is a big clearing, fire signs. Justice. Somebody here, this is definitely, and it's a fresh start energy. This is fresh start energy. So whether you're going to start a relationship with somebody, you're ending a relationship and starting, just going on a different path, maybe you just want to just go date again. Maybe you just want to go party for a little while and then figure out what you want to do after that. Whatever your situation is for you, maybe you want to get away from family because you're tired of, them saying that they love you and they're not trying to control you, but then everything they say to you it's an attempt at control. Right? And that like, no, this is not fair. This is not balanced. It's like, do as I say, don't do as I do. But you're like, no, practice what you preach, right? Whatever this is, you're literally, it's almost like you're going to jump into a new feeling. Like, okay, I don't know how to explain this. It's just like this, something just shifts inside of you. And you just go from, it's almost like if you're tired, that tiredness fades away, and you just, it's like this stillness, this clarity, this knowing, right? Where if you were go, 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 and suddenly you're just like, no, you know what? I have been working too damn hard. I have been doing too damn many things. I just need a break. You know what? I am clearing my schedule for the next week. I'm going to take some time to do whatever I want to do. And you're just going, right? Do you see what I'm saying? Like, it's the shift within yourself, and then rapid movement into the direction where you want to go. And all you needed to do was take that moment of pause to reconnect. Right. To seeing what it is that you've really got to do. Thank you. To gain that clarity. To gain that clarity. Whatever it takes. Yes, thank you. Whatever it takes. You're working with the energies around you. Okay? So how can I explain this? Because there's too many possibilities. What's working with the energies around you, right? Like you're acknowledging how everybody feels. And instead of walking on eggshells, you're holding steady, true to yourself, but you're navigating in your own direction. Right. Because you're learning, you're choosing to learn. You're choosing to learn from your past. You're choosing to learn from the things that have left you feeling hopeless. Yes. Thank you. And you're changing that now to where you're like burning through illusions. Okay. Thank you. The Phoenix ablaze, and then what was it? The just a mirage. Yeah, it's like you're burning through the illusions. Your energy right now, it's like you're so thirsty for truth at this time that even if it comes in a way that points as you being the bad guy, you're swallowing that and you're taking it and you're going with it, right? At all costs. Even if it means that I'm gonna, have to acknowledge that I haven't exactly been the most balanced person, and I haven't exactly really been saying how I really feel in different situations. I know that I want to do better now, so I'm gonna start doing that little by little, right? Until I get exactly where I want to be. And just in doing that, fate, right? The wheel of fortune, the wheel turns, and now fate is working in your favor. Your final two cards, fire signs, 10 of Pentacles and the wheel of fortune, right? Fortune is now, the odds are ever in your favor because you have done this, because you're acknowledging whatever you need to acknowledge. Right, you're acknowledging what the squeaky wheel is. Did you hear that squeaky wheel? You're acknowledging what the squeaky wheel is. And, then once you know what the squeaky wheel is, what happens? Then you have to go assess the situation, right? Can you oil it and the squeak will stop? Is there something you need to repair, replace, right? Do you need a completely new wheel? Maybe it's not the wheel. Maybe it's them getting access, right? So it could be something even deeper. But this acknowledgement of that allows you to go into the correct direction in order to to correct the path, right? Pay attention to how you feel. How are you feeling? Are you tired? Are you hungry? Are you bored? Are you bored, for God's sakes? Are you bored? Are you bored of doing the same thing over and over again? Are you bored of putting up with the same shit? Are you bored of the same mundane routine, day in, day out, of just being around people who are always in negative energy, always creating negative situations? You know, it's like, do you really want to be still in that funk? Yes, thank you. So keep going, right? Mirages are in the deserts, and we have a camel here, so camel could also be significant. Wolves. I'm getting wolves. Wolf could be a spirit animal for someone here. For someone, you could be getting a dog. Really look into the breed of the dog before you get a dog. Also, analyze the temperament of the dog. There's something here about really paying attention to it, because it is a big commitment, and you don't want to just go into it impulsively, I'm getting. Through all of this, fire signs, there's someone, I'm not being shown anything about this person other than this person thinks highly of you. It's almost like they're seeing you interact in your environment and how the way you're handling and processing things, and they yes, thank you. It's a feeling of admiration. So they like the way you work, I'm getting. They like the way you work. So whatever that means to you. For some of you, this could be a mom or a grandma. Maybe this person is usually very non-combative, very pacifist. They're like the peacemaker almost. This person silently sees everything, and they see how you're handling it, and they're proud of you. I feel that for some of you, very specifically, this person is going to speak up for you. I don't know if you'll be there, but I do feel that this person will speak up for you. Okay? Somehow you'll know about it, though. Either they'll tell you, or somebody else will. If you're meant to know, then you'll know. But I just know that there is somebody who thinks very highly of you, who sees how you're handling things. And I get this feeling like it gives them pride. It gives them pride in how you're handling it. All right. Fire signs, that's all I have for you. If this resonated, give me a thumbs up. If you're new and you like the way I read, subscribe to my channel. Hit the notification bell also if you want to see when I upload videos. Yeah, sometimes I just randomly disappear, so if you're new, please do acknowledge that. But know that if there's nothing on my channel and nothing pops up on your feed, maybe you're just meant to be unplugged for that time, you know, and just go and enjoy whatever happens in whatever environment you're in. Okay? I love you guys. No, can you love somebody you don't even know? Listen, more of us need to start choosing love. Start choosing peace. Start choosing, the okay with not being okay, and just going with the flow, and acknowledging that everything is connected even when it's not. All right, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.